Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors and blessing to the elders, the apostle of Great Millstone, the water Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai for the elders, the apostle on down for waking me up to the wisdom, knowledge, truth, and understanding through the spirit, Papa Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the few Akim, me the brothers, the one pushing the truth and sincere across the four corners of the earth, wherever you might be, scattered abroad, who like the other nation, who bloodline go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. Shalom to the few Aqua, I believe well, me and sisters, the one repenting, come back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai these latter days. And shalom to the little boys and girls who the Lord going to deliver also these times to come too. And with that, I'm going to say shalom. All right, let's what I'm going into today that uh, in these times to come, we will have divine intervention that will step in, which would be Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and I'm going to go into the scriptures. Shalakim, somebody would call it. I don't know if it froze up on y'all end, but right, you had numerous account with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right, stepping in and giving man spiritual powers to be able to get out of certain situations, man. Then with us being the chosen people of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, starting with the elect, and this time you will have man receive spiritual powers. So we're gonna go into the scriptures and go get, you know, different times that you had man with spiritual powers. All right. But I'm gonna start off with Exodus 14, with Moses, splitting the sea, man. And I'm gonna go get the scripture where I think it was King, but I'm gonna pull it with Elijah doing the same thing, right? But also, hey, we're gonna get that Isaiah 59 because the Lord gonna lift up a standard too. And these times for us, and it's modern day Egypt. All right, but let's get to it. It's Exodus chapter 14, and I'm gonna start from verse 10. It say, and when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lift up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptian marched after them, and they were so afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord Yahweh, and they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? It said, wherefore hast thou dealt thus? It say, dealt thus with us to carry us from out of Egypt. It say, is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we might serve the Egyptian? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptian than that we should die in the wilderness. All right? And these was the Israelites at this time. And you can tell, like, they were lacking the faith, man. Right? But Moses had did all these miracles, plagues through Yahweh, you know, to get them out of Egypt, man. So the Pharaoh can let them go. All right? But they thinking that the way how the scene looks, see, that's the thing, man. We gonna get sights that gonna look fearful, man, to the point we don't know if we gonna make it out. But we know we gonna make it out. If you believe you got faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh, you know you gonna make it out. All right. But matter of fact, let me pull something real quick. So I can precept. Um let's go back to this First Peter chapter 4 and verse 17. It say, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what should the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the gospel? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where should the ungodly and the sinners appear? And that's the point. It say the righteous gonna be scarcely saved. All right, why this on the screen like that? But it say the righteous is gonna be scarcely saved, man. All right, in the times to come. So it's gonna be to the point. It's gonna look like we not gonna make it out, but we gonna make it out. Man, I don't even know. Shalakia. All right, but we gonna make it out, man. But they say the righteous gonna be scarcely saved. All right, and this an example that was going on here. All right, because they thought the Egyptians were gonna catch up with them and they were gonna perish. But hey, what the Lord did, He delivered them to be saved from the hands of the Egyptian. Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone? And that's the same thing with the Israelite today, man. We preaching the gospel of deliverance. And when things get real out here, they going to be looking like, man, look, okay, we going to follow this truth, this gospel, man. But damn, it looked like we ain't gonna make it out, man. Like it was just better for y'all to just not teach us and man, just let it be. But but we also know 2/3 gonna perish anyway. But they say, let us alone that we may serve the Egyptian, for it had been better for us to serve the Egyptian than that we should die in the wilderness. And that's how the Israelite look at it on this side, because we're in modern day Egypt also. It said, the Lord shall fight for you, and you should hold your peace. All right. Matter of fact, like I skipped the part. It say, Moses said unto the people, fear ye not. See, fear not. All right. Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna fight for us in these times, man. The Lord say, fear not. We say, Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, and stand, and fear you not, and stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord. And that's what we coming into in this time today. We coming into what? The salvation of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right. The Lord gonna show us that salvation, man. We gonna mean it until, hey, it gonna be like the scripture say, it gonna be tribulation that going on upon the earth. But guess what? The Lord gonna deliver us out of these times, man. Now we do know it's gonna be some man gonna have to be martyred for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But at the same time, the Lord coming back to deliver, man, on the other the behalf, all right, of his coming to bring salvation to who? The elect. All right. But we have nothing to fear, man. All right. Matter of fact, uh the Lord said, what Moses said, he said, the Lord gonna fight for you, man. Run that part back. It say, the Lord shall fight for you, and you should hold, it say, and you should hold your peace. Now let me see something real quick. And what he told him, be not afraid, man. This second Esdras, because this is a future prophecy. Um, what second Esdras 16, and you read from 28 on, from 6 to 8 on down, about the enemy coming in like a flood. We gonna get that too. I just gonna jump down here to the main point. On this second Esdras chapter 16, and I start from 7:4. It say, hear ye, O my beloved, say the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be you not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your God. So don't be afraid, man, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is our God, man. The Lord is going to direct that path in the scripture and give us that instruction through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man, to the point that the wisdom, knowledge, every man should be saved by the knowledge that this knowledge, what we have of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, going to deliver our soul. Right? This is the key, the way out of these troubles. Right? Believing, having faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And the Lord said, hey, we ain't going to have nothing to worry about. you know? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua going to look out for his elect. All right? These times, they were showing fear. Moses told them back then, don't be afraid. Hey, the same thing the prophets, who the Lord got set out here on the highways and hedges, the one who preaching the truth and sincerity, and 100% truth, we tell you the same thing, man. Don't fear. Like you said, the righteous should be scared to say, we're going to come into some troubled time, but Yahweh Bashim Yahushua going to deliver us out of them times, man. You know? Continue on. It say, then the Lord said, back to Exodus 14:14, the Lord said, it say, the Lord shall fight for you, and you should hold your peace. And the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they might go forward. It said, but lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thy hand over the sea, and divide it. It said, the children of Israel should go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. All right? And that's what happened. Hey, it should start raining. And it said the children, Israel, they gonna go over dry sea, man. So the Lord showed divine intervention then by Shalaki, by having Moses, all right, the split the sea, all right, Shalaki, the camera might fall. I got to slide this tape out the rain. Shalaki, start raining. All right, all right, I'm back. All right, let me see, Shalaki. All right? But Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, Yahweh had it to the point that he had Moses, right? The spirit of the Lord was on Moses. The Lord was dealing with Moses, gave him that power, man, to show that what divine intervention, that what Yahweh stepping in, man, to what help the Israelites to be delivered from Pharaoh. All right. It say, and I beheld, it say, and I behold, I will harden the heart of the Egyptian, and they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his host, upon his chariot, upon the horsemen, and the Egyptians should know that I am the Lord when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, upon his horsemen, and the angel of Yahweh, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud, and the word cloud going to chariot, right? UFO. Then when I was watching this video, where I bring up the guy all the time, man, Dr. Frank E. Stranger, this Edomite, like back in like '93, some type. And during that time, '93, but they have the Dead Sea Scroll where he said they don't want released to the public, but he was able to get a hope to him, man, and said the people, they asked him where he get him from, and whoever gave it to him, they should be put to death, because he for revealed revelation, they gonna shock the world. But anyway, but he was saying how the Bible we have now is far from complete, and just the interpretations of word been kind of switched around. But he was saying, well, you see that word clouded in there for the chariot. He said in the scroll it said a ship. He was saying a huge, like a spaceship. He had brought it out, a huge ship that shed light and fire. That's what he said, man. Right when he was bringing out the scrolls about the UFOs, the chariots. All right, and this was going on right here. So yeah, you will have UFO chariots on the scene of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, to deliver us and save us out of these times. It say, and the angel of Yahweh, that's who riding them ship, angels, not no big head, no green, gray man in them ship. And the angel of Yahweh, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of cloud, which is a huge spaceship, it say, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptian and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them. It say, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. So right, man, the Yahweh by Shem Yahushua stepping in with that divine intervention. All right, and when you go get that word divine intervention, it say it say is when a entity, it's a athlete, it's a at I should like I get talked to. It's a divine intervention is when a deity actively involves themselves in human affairs to change a situation. And that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua did. That was Yahweh did, right? Towards the Israelites, to the Israelites. He stepped in and what? Put that divine intervention in there. So that it can be delivered from who? Pharaoh. All right? The Egyptian. And know what I'm saying? And these are like the scripture tell you, man, the things that were written before time were written for our time of learning. All right? These things were put here. The Lord had this documented and put down, man. So what? This that we have hope, man, and comfort that the Lord will deliver us in these times. All right. The thing written before time was written for our time of learning. All right. And it say the Israel passed through the Red Sea. It say Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land. And the waters were divided, and the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them. It say in their right hand, it say, it were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. It say the Egyptian pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning, it say, watch the Lord look unto the host of the Egyptian. It say through the pillar of fire in the cloud through the chariot, and troubled the host of the Egyptian, and took off their chariots' wheels, and they they drave them heavily. It say so that the Egyptians said, "Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fight for them against the Egyptians." Right. Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, they gonna fight for us against the Egyptian, man, which will be the modern day Edomites in this time, man, because we're in modern day Egypt. All right, so Shalaki, well, yeah, but Yahweh by Shem Yahushai is gonna fight for us, man. All right, in these times to come, man, in this modern day captivity we in today, upon who? Esau, Edom. All right, and it say, and the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea. Well, I read that. Verse 24, and it came to pass that in the morning, watched the Lord look unto the host of the Egyptian through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptian, and took off their chariots' wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, "Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fight for them against the Egyptian." And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, "Stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters might come again upon the Egyptian, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen." And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength. It say, when the morning appeared, and the Egyptian fled against it, fled against it. The Lord overthrew the Egyptian in the midst of the sea, and the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. It say remained not so much as one of them. All right. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. The state of the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptian. And Israel, saw the Egyptian dead upon the seashore. But yeah, it say Israel saw that great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptian, and the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord, his servant Moses. All right, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gonna do the same thing in this time, man. All right, the Lord gonna show power through certain men. All right, through the elect men, the one who the Lord received, the one who gonna receive that spiritual power from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So the same way the Lord used Moses, all right, to deliver the Israelites. You know, the Lord gonna do the same thing, man. He gonna give man divine intervention to be able to get out of the situation. We just said when you go to the word divine intervention, it say it's when a deity actively involves themselves in a human affair to change a situation. And that's what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gonna do. He gonna change the situation. When Esau Edom come down with great wrath, all right? Because these devils gonna come down with great wrath. Now I'm just, we going into the to some of these stories, man, to give you comfort and hope that the Lord gonna deliver us, and men will have spiritual power when Esau Edom come in. Now this second one, man, now when you go to Elijah, right? Ooh, that rain coming down hard. Uh, this is I think it first. Let me see. Yeah, I think I need to go back to so like the Second King. All right, go get that. All right, and this is 1 in 10, man. Second King, cause wait, Elijah made fire come down, man, and also he did the same thing Moses did. All right, he hey, when him and Elisha were walking, he split the sea, man, and it departed. He did the same thing. But these are man who Yahweh Bashem Yahushai was dealing with. All right, on a heavy level, man. These the ones who believe and had faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, and the Lord what helped them, man. The situation gave man powers who actually believed and had faith in him, who was dealing with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Now this Second King chapter 1, and I'm gonna start. I'm just trying to get to the point. I start from now. It said, then the king sent unto him a captain of 50 with his 50, and he went up to him, and behold, he sat on the top of an hill. And yeah, it is going to Elijah pronounce Yahweh judgment on evil king Ahaziah, if I pronounce it right, of Israel. All right, but it say, go back where I was. It's like then the king sent unto him a captain of 50 with his 50, and he went up to him, and behold, he sat on the top of an hill, and he spake unto him. It say, thou man of Yahweh, the king have said, come down. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, if I be a man of Yahweh, then let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven and consumed him after his 50. It said again, also he sent unto him other captain of 50 with his 50. And he answered and said unto him, O man of God, thus have the king said, come down. Yeah, it say, come down quickly. And Elijah answered and said unto them, if I be a man of Yahweh, let fire come down from heaven and consume thee. And the 50, it say, and the fire of Yahweh came down from heaven and consumed him and his 50. And this going back to Elijah, man, right? That was a divine intervention then, right? We gonna have this DDT gonna step in, man, and do what? Show power, man, miracles. All right. Because like I say, we still in captivity upon our enemy. All right. So Yahweh Bashim Shai gonna step in, give man power. Like Elijah, hey, he called on what? Yahweh Bashim Shai. He called on Yahweh. Hey, what the Lord did for him, make fire fall from heaven, man. So right, the Lord gonna lift up a standard in this time. Right? He did it for the Israelites during the time of Moses. We just read it. All right. But and that's the point I want to get with that. All right. Okay. All right. Matter of fact, I keep reading. It say, while I was on verse 12, I go 13. It say he said again, and he sent again a captain of the 30 of the third 50, the third 50 up, and came fell on his knees before Elijah, and besought him and said unto him, O man of Yahweh, I pray thee, let my life and the life of these 50 thy servant be precise in the sight. I mean, precious in the sight. Behold, there came fire down from heaven and burnt up the two captains of the farm. All right, all right, I'm back. All right, all right, I'm back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. The phone, the internet, it had lost service. The phone, but I'm back. Continue. All right, and I left off on Second King, chapter 2, right, with Elijah, Elisha splitting the waters. All right, but it's Second King, chapter 2 now. Cause I'm gonna start off from I start from 8. All right, same thing Moses did. I start from 7. We say 50 men of the sons of the prophets went and stood to view afar off. Matter of fact, I start with 5. It saying the sons of the prophet that were at Jericho came to Elisha and said unto him, knowest thou that the Lord will take away the master from the head today? And he answered, yea, I know it. Hold ye your peace. And Elijah said unto him, tarry, I pray thee here, for the Lord hath sent me to Jordan. And he said, as the Lord liveth, as thy soul liveth, I would not leave thee. And they went, and he said, and they too went on. It said, the 50 men of the sons of the prophets went and stood view afar off, and they too stood by Jordan. And Elijah took his mantle, it say, wrapped it together and smote the waters, and they were divided hither and thither, so that they too went over dry ground. So Elijah did the same thing that Moses did, man. But the point was to just show you that the Lord step in and give man that power, man. Man who believe in Yahweh Shai will receive spiritual power. All right, he took his mantle, more like a cape. Say right around his hand and he split the
did the same thing. They walked on dry ground the same way the Israelite did during the time of the Egyptian when Moses got them out of captivity during the Egyptians. All right. So yes, you will have spiritual power to step in, man. According to the Bible, divine intervention will take place. We will have deity to step in, man. All right. Now, this Isaiah 59. All right. Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19. It say, so should they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and we on the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun from the east. It say, from the rising of the sun, when the enemy should come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord should lift up a standard against him. So when the enemy come in like a flood, the same way the Egyptian during the time of Moses, right? Pharaoh, when the Israelites were going near the sea for to get ready and the Lord get ready to deliver them. What the enemy did, he would come in like a flood, and they were getting scared. They were saying to the point, well, you gonna brought us out in the wilderness. We should have just stayed down. Just we gonna die. We should stay down. Die. Basically, what they were saying. But hey, what he said, be not afraid. You know, Yahweh by Shemi Avushai. What did Yahweh did? He stepped in and helped him. The same thing the Lord gonna do it this time. He said, when the enemy come in like a flood, the Lord gonna lift up a standard, and you go there where a standard in the blue letter, it tell you, say to escape, to flee, to take flight. It say to take flight. I think to put the flight. If I'm mistaken about to put the flight, then they also say to disappear. You know, to cause to disappear, to hide, right? And you had that during the time of Lot when the Sodomites came and they wanted the angels, the two mans. Who the two mans in the street been out all night? But they went to a Lot house, the angels to protect him. You know, and what they did when the man tried to come in the door rush, what the angels blinded them. You know, gave them power to escape. You know, the Lord lift up a standard. All right. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna do the same thing this time. He gonna lift up a standard against that enemy, man. All right. Even go back what there was. What like Paul and the not Paul, but Daniel in the lion den. All right. They threw him in out, and where he was protected. They thought the lion was gonna eat him, but the divine intervention stepped in. All right. The Lord had what the angels protect the man and shut him. Shut their mouths. They wouldn't mess with him. All right. But run it back. It say Isaiah 59. It say, so should they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy should come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord should lift up a standard against him. And I told that standard to go to escape, to flee, to take flight, to cause to disappear, to hide, all right, to fly. All right. So we gonna fly. All right. Now let's to put the flight, to take the flight too. All right, and I, matter of fact, I'm gonna just go and get what it was. I was gonna get. I just had a brain to Isaiah Shalaki. Now this Isaiah 40. Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 40. All right, because it told you it also go to fly, you know, to disappear, to hide. All right. Now this 40 and 29. Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 29. All right. I start from I start 27. It say, why sayest thou, O Jacob, and speakest, O Israel, my way is hid from the Lord, and my judgment is passed over from my Yahweh. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting Yahweh, for the everlasting God, thy Lord, power Yahweh Shemashah, they say the creator of the ends of the earth faint not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increased strength. Even the youth should faint and be weary, and the young man should utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, be refreshed, renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. All right, power to fly. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. All right, and let's go back and this that standard. All right, you gonna have man moving around, probably like Flash, Mystique, just disappear, reappear. He could be right there 1 minute. You try to do something, he disappear to the other side, like Mystique, from X-Man, Flash, like I say, run, not faint, not be weary, not get tired. Probably you can walk miles and not get tired, weary. And it also say fly, man. In that standard, it also say to fly. No, to escape. He gonna make a way to escape out these times too. Cause that standard also did say to escape. Like he did Lot during the time of the men. Try to come in, get the angel, blind them, made them a way to escape. So yeah, man. The Lord gonna step in, show magnificent power in these times to come. Alright. Now yeah, that's all I wanted with that. Alright. Cause spiritual, like I say, spiritual power is coming. Going to them counts what we just read with the Lord dealing with the men back then. Hey, the same thing gonna happen again in this time. Alright. So yeah. Matter of fact, this is let me go to what it was. Samuel. Yeah, let me go get that real quick. So when Esau Edom come in like a flood, hey, you gonna have man get down on them in a physical way, right? The scripture say we're gonna be Yahweh by Shem Yahshua, battle axe, weapons of war. Now this 2 Samuel chapter 22 verse 29. For thou art my lamp, O Lord, and the Lord will lighten my darkness. It say, for by thee I have ran through a troop, by my Yahweh have I leaped over a wall. And these different counts where man having power, man. He said he was able to leap over a wall. He running through troops. So, imagine you got a group of people trying to jump on you, man. 10 men. And they might have weapons, but you able to run through them without getting touched. You're going to defeat it, all of them, man. Beat them. It say, for by thee I have ran through a troop, by my Yahweh have I leaped over a wall. As for Yahweh, his way is perfect, and the word of the Lord is tried. He is my buckler to all them that trust in me. He is my buckler to all them that trust in me. For who is Yahweh save the Lord? And who is a power save our Yahweh, man? So the power of Yahweh, hey man, this our strength, this our rock. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. Yahweh is my strength and power. It say he making my way perfect. He make my feet like hands feet. Like hands feet. It say, and setteth me upon the high places. He teaches my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arm. All right. And the high feet is like deer feet. You see how them deer, right? They don't trip when they cut and turn and twist, man. He running through man's and able to maneuver how he want to without even, stumbling, man. Cause himself probably fall. Running through him, ain't slipping. Verse 36, thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and the gentleness, your gentleness have made me great. Gentleness made me great. Thou hast enlarged my step under me, so that my feet did not slip. I had pursued my enemies and destroyed them, and turned not again until I had consumed them. It said, and I have consumed them and wounded them, that they could not arise. Yea, they are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength to battle them that rose up against me. Hast thou subdued under me? Thou hast also given me the neck of my enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. All right. They looked, but there was none to save, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them as small as the dust of the earth. I did stamp them as the mire of the street, and did spread them a board, stomped them all out. Somebody go tread all over, man. He say, thou also hast delivered me from the striving of my people. Thou hast kept me to be head of the heathen, or people which I knew not should serve me. And that was gonna happen though. You're gonna have a people that ain't Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They gonna serve the Lord, man. The heathen, they're gonna serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right? Our enemy, Esau Edom, he gonna and the rest of the heathen nation, man, they gonna serve us. They gonna bow down to us. But on the other part though, but when the enemy come in, like I said, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna lift up that standard. He gonna show spiritual power. All right, we gonna be able to fly, and there plenty of scriptures going to that. All right, saying that how the Lord gonna step in and he gonna bringing that divine intervention, man. Now I got one more scripture I'm gonna close out with, because I was just, my videos haven't been posting lately. I've been trying to post them, but they always get stuck on that processes. Well, process SD still processing. It gets stuck there and it don't go no farther. So I know one of the brothers tried to go live because man, my video haven't been posting none this week at all, and I don't even try to go that long without doing no video. Like I say, you might miss a day or two, but then again, you don't be trying to go a week without doing no work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You want to do it every day if you get the opportunity to have a chance to. Give like the scripture say, give the Lord no rest. All right, now this Ecclesiastes, because that's what I'm supposed to remember. But Lord willing, this post, if I had to start going live to get it posted, that's what it is. Because the rest of the last videos I just been recording. Like this Ecclesiastes chapter 10. Hey, nah, is it 10? Should like it. Nah, it ain't. It ain't 10. Should like it. 2. Yeah, Ecclesiastes chapter 2. All right. Let me see. Lacking. All right, yeah. Shalakin. All right, this I just want to get to the point. This Ecclesiastes Rock in Apocalypse chapter 2, verse 10. It said, look at the generation. Matter of fact, off 9, it said, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. All right, those who fear the Lord, which would be the elect. It said, look at the generation of old and see, did ever any trusted in the Lord? That word Lord with the capital L, the rest of the lowercase, which represents Yahweh Shai. It was confounded, or did any abide in his fear? It was forsaken. Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? All right. Anybody who believe and have faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai and called upon them, man, the Lord you're not gonna be confounded. You're not gonna put to shame. The Lord not gonna let you down. All right. Only the ones who don't believe in Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right. Which would be 2/3 of our people, because the only one can be delivered, man. The 12 tribes, so-called Negroes, Native American Indians, so-called Latino Hispanic. It's a verse 11, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sin, and save in the time of affliction. So the Lord gonna deliver us in these times, right, to come. Like I said, it said, woe be to fearful hearts and fake hands, and the sinners that go 2 ways. Woe unto him that is faint heart, for he believeth not. Therefore should he not be defended. See, the Lord not going to defend it, the 2/3 of the people in these times. When Esau Edom roll in like a flood, you know, and that great wrath of that burning multitude comes over you, the Lord not going to deliver these people, man. All right, only the elect. The Lord gonna bring that divine intervention, man. The Lord gonna step in. What he said, his servants should eat, they should drink. Go back to Job. You know, they should be living 6 troubles in 7. They should no evil touch thee. But to the 2/3 of our people, they gonna get caught up in it. The Lord not gonna bring no divine intervention in for them. They gonna have to suffer because why? They don't believe and have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right. But to the elect, man, the Lord have care for his elect, and the Lord will show miracles, man, and have mercy upon those who believe in him. You know, in truth, it's sincere. But I'm gonna close out with that by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. With that, I'm gonna say Shalom, and I hope they will edify.